The Black Rose, a shadow which has left a mark of its influence upon the world, has existed far longer than Noxus, yet, even in remnants of its former glory, the devotees of this order still scheme from the shadows, drawing the rich and powerful to their ranks. A power which cannot be easily seen and localized is very difficult to analyze. And whilst many believe the Black Rose has been shattered and weakened over time, it is so very difficult to know for certain. The matron of the Black Rose, Leblanc, is an enigma, engulfed in a veil of deception and mystery. Her identity may even be unknown to herself after so many centuries of mimicry and deception. Though even the Order of the Black Rose does not know much about the origin of their matron, many know of the legend of a pale sorceress who aided the broken barbarian tribes in their struggle against the infamous Iron Revenant subjugating the lands which have already felt the touch of the Dark. Monetize, a name still spoken in whispers, who fell under the chilling touch of betrayal, was granted such by no other than Leblanc herself. Whilst within the Revenant's inner circle, the sorceress pledged to neutralize the source of his power, the immortal Bastion, cutting him off from the well of death which fueled his nightmarish empire. Yet, even as her betrayal brought about his fall, the arcane secrets in the Bastion's shadow have not gone completely locked away. The barbarians who built an empire of their own in the Bastion's shadow failed to realize this. Leblanc had always been gifted at illusion, and her greatest strength was to make Noxus forget the dark power roiling in its own heart before she was burned from the pages of history around the time of the Rune Wars. None know for certain of her past. Thus, only the legends remain. The Black Rose exists now to further the hidden interests of those who can wield such magic. Its rank and file composed of mundane nobles, drawn to rumors of miracles, kept in thrall, and ruthlessly exploited. For regardless of their wealth, there's always something the heart yearns for. Power. Or beauty. Even the most powerful military commanders could only ever serve the cult's true masters, as they fight one another for influence in games of intrigue and conquest, both in the Noxian capital and beyond its borders. Noxus is merely one piece of the puzzle, as the Black Rose and its matron sees it. For centuries, Leblanc has served in secret as an advisor to foreign dignitaries, appearing in many nations at once, her illusions driving order into chaos. Rumors of a new matron rising with each generation only raise further questions. Which is the true version of herself? When she speaks, is it with her own voice? And what will the price be for the favor she offers? Boram Darkwood was the latest to learn this last answer for himself. The Black Rose has aided his bid for the throne, yet the price was obedience to the council of hand-picked advisors from the Order. Hearing of his disobedience, Leblanc was forced to take drastic measures. She manipulated a young nobleman, Jericho Swain, into revealing the cult's involvement with Darkwill's rule. The matron of the Black Rose sacrificed herself for this plot to succeed, to reveal the cult's involvement and drag the most prominent conspirators with her. So the world believed, of course. Once her deception was complete, she reached out to Darkwill herself and found an increasingly paranoid ruler, fearful of his own mortality. After promising to him, as she did many others, the secrets to extend his life, Leblanc slowly poisoned Darkwill's mind, even as she empowered him. Under his rule, the Noxian reverence of strength became something far more sinister. as the puppet was infused with the power of its master. Together, they ensured Swain's legend would end in disgrace on the battlefields of Ionia. I arose to meet a dozen of Swain's veterans fell, sowing chaos in their ranks as the other captains joined her before she struck down the general himself. However, Swain proved to be a challenge as the secrets of the immortal Bastion got involved. He was emboldened by forbidden law from within the Bastion and did something unexpected in successfully managing to drag Darkville from the throne and taking Noxus for himself. This new Grand General was not interested in his own legacy, but the glory of the Empire, making him a difficult target for the Deceiver. Such a man could not so easily be corrupted.
Tricky, aren't you?
After countless centuries, Leblanc wondered if she had finally found a worthy nemesis. A different strategy is required. In her mind, Colossus, Leblanc will surely find it. Her actions have pushed Runeterra to the brink of all-out war many times, in the wake of desperate campaigns across the Freljord, on Targon's peaks, and deep in Shireen's deserts. The darkest magic has begun to spread once more, circling closer and closer to Noxus. Leblanc, the Deceiver, the pale sorceress who betrayed the Iron Revenant, or a hollow reflection of a true self. An enigma she remains still, her influence clearly stemming from ancient roots. The title itself is the only thing which seems to identify her. It hardly comes as a surprise that the title is often mistaken for a name, having been hers for so long. Her power remains as mysterious as her identity. Regardless of what either may be, one thing remains a certainty. The Black Rose has yet to truly bloom.
Looks can be deceiving.
A lot of people have been saying this mage is terrible, you shouldn't buy this mage, she's very hard, she's very bad, stuff like that. And I did kind of agree with that a few days ago. I was like, yeah, she is very unique, okay? She's very hard to play in a way, and like all the heroes in the game has its own playstyle, this one included. You just have to figure out every single playstyle for the hero which you're playing, or like for the heroes which you're bottom playing, stuff like that, because they are played very differently, and especially this hero, okay? I did notice it when I played a few games, but I looked at, she has an insane amount of damage, okay? But she's lacking in almost everything else, okay? Very high damage, and the thing with this as well, okay? The damage which she has, it's mostly area damage, okay? And when we saw the first pictures and stuff like this of this new hero, we got the information that she is she's like a team player. She's a team player. So basically, going mid lane with her like this, it's not smart, okay? At least from what I've learned. You wanna go ahead and go bot lane or top lane, depending on if there's another teammate there. You wanna go with the teammate, okay? Because she has this stun. She's okay, it's a binding. It's not a stun. Okay, you can bind 3 enemies if you're lucky, okay? But it's extremely hard to actually go and hit that, okay? And like, that's an area effect, and then this is an area effect, her ultimate is an area effect, her passive is an area effect, okay? You can help your teammates, it's easy to like attack multiple heroes. It's just overall, she's a team fight hero, basically, okay? You wanna fight multiple enemies at the same time. Going with her in mid, in my opinion, it's not a smart move, okay? Because in my opinion, she's not a mid hero, okay? You wanna go ahead and go against multiple heroes at the same time, okay? We're gonna be talking about the builds and playstyles and stuff like that. Basically want to build for her as well. The build isn't as important because I haven't really figured out really what to want to build for her. What I thought before what you wanted to build for her was basically damage, because she has like a really high damage, area effect damage, okay? But it really depends, right? Look at this, bam, okay? But like if you're building a lot of damage, you will obviously gonna deal a lot of damage to multiple heroes. But let's go and switch lane, let's go and start running top. This is a bot game. because it will be a lot easier to show you all the stuff in the bot game, okay? But let's just go over the abilities really quick, okay? Like I said earlier, they have made a lot of stuff right with this hero, but they have also made a lot of stuff wrong with this hero, okay? Let's go start with the first ability. The first ability is basically shooting out this spawn in a direction. It will deal damage to an enemy and it will slow them down a bit, okay? I don't really know how much it will slow down, it doesn't say. If you click here, as you can read, it doesn't say, it just says that it will slow them down, reduce their movement speed for 2 seconds, okay? That's basically what it's doing. But as you can see, it looks like the range is quite far, but it isn't, okay? The range of the first ability is actually not very long at all. I don't really like it, okay? The range isn't long. And it deals a fairly good amount of damage, okay? As you can see, 350 plus 49 magic points, and I only have 30 currently, okay? So it's a fairly good ability if you're close range, if you're hitting multiple enemies, because you can hit as many enemies as you want. With this one, you just have to be kind of close with them, and that's basically what goes for all abilities, which are you have to be kind of close, which like mages you don't really want to be. Try to stay in the background, you can try to do that, but with your ultimate and stuff like that, you have to try to be in the mix, which I think is not the best thing for a mage. I was going to use the ultimate here so it doesn't die. Look at there, you have the ultimate. Amazing. I do love the ultimate. I do like the skills, but they have problems, okay? So the first one, it deals damage as well down. But the range, I don't like the range. The range should be increased. It's such short range. You really have to be close to them. Let's see. Let's just stand here. Let's see if I can hit the crab from over here. Let's see. The range says it can, so maybe I can actually. I did hit it, okay? But like, as you see, it's not far away at all, okay? And then the second ability, basically, it looks like it has a long range, but I'm pretty sure it's actually the same range. Let's back out here so we have the point right there at the tower. As you can see, it's the same range, okay, exactly the same range. It just looks longer because it's smaller. Jesus Christ, Nana is pushing a lot, okay? And I'm just sitting here speaking, okay? And then, but like I said, it has fairly good damage. It slows down, you can hit as many enemies as possible, which is good, okay? And then this one, let's go talk about the second ability. Like I've said like 1,000 times right now, but this is basically binding. It has the potential of being good. I just don't think it's good at all, okay? Basically, you shoot it out. When it hits the longest range, it shoot out 2 balls to the side, so you have the opportunity to bind multiple enemies at the same time. The thing is, it doesn't really work that way, okay? It's extremely hard to hit, especially if you're playing against real players, okay? If you're playing against bots, you can really predict how they're gonna be walking, so it's not really that hard. So proving it in this video is gonna be hard. But as you can see, okay, it's a really short area which is hitting, and then trying to hit with the side like that, it's hard, okay? It's really hard to actually go and predict that. And this Bane never gives up, does it, okay? And the thing is, it's only 1 second as well. Look at this. Bam, and then 1 second. Like, it isn't long at all, okay? They should really go ahead and increase the cooldown, the binding, at least to 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds. Because it's really hard to hit, it's really hard to dodge as well, as you can see, it's very slow. Really hard to, really easy to just move to the side when it's coming close to you. So that's the problem with to have the second ability. The ultimate, we'll talk about that. So the ultimate is basically, when you use this, to have this huge area around you, dealing a lot of damage, okay? Don't get me wrong, this is dealing a lot of damage. It can deal an insane amount of damage to the enemies, especially in a team fight, but the thing is, it can be crowd control, you can't move, you have to stay very close to the enemies for it to even deal. Well, not super close to the enemies, actually has fairly long range, but oh gosh, take it easy. But as I said, almost there's always a hero in the enemy which has a crowd controlling ability, so it's kind of try to have to wait until that crowd control has until they have used it, okay? I'm then gonna use it, and you have to be very close. A good thing about the ultimate is that you will actually be able to take, I think it's 30% less damage while you're using the ultimate, which is good, but they could have increased this a bit more, because like I said earlier, Mage just doesn't really want to be up there in the mix. They want to try to stay in the background, deal damage and back out and go in again. But with this here, you have to be right there in the middle, right, to deal damage, okay? I do like the ultimate, it's very good, it's dealing a lot of damage, and you can clear minions and stuff like that extremely fast, especially if you're an enemy phase. And if you have a team fight and successfully use the ultimate without getting stunned or without having to move, It's amazing. It's a very amazing ability. I'm gonna try to show you here the damage of it. As you can see, I haven't really paid attention to this game whatsoever, but like, it's a very good damage. And it's like, it's proccing over and over, like every second it's proccing, so it's fairly good. I think they have buffed her, okay? Let's gonna talk a bit about the passive. They have reworked the passive a bit, okay? So before you use an ability, you could get this passive. Okay, now we have to have menus. Let's run up to find some menus here so I can show you. So basically use this ability, then the next ability will go ahead and like shoot out this thing which bounces between minions and like enemies. It also works in towers. And then you have to wait for 6 seconds, but they have actually buffed that, I think, so now you can actually go and stack multiple of them. As you can see here, it says 2, so now that when I do my basic attack, it will basically be 2, but you can't really see that. It's very hard to actually go and see that. Oh, this we have perfect opportunity to hit. Let's flicker in, use the ultimate, hope that nobody crowd controls me. Look at that damage, it's a very good damage. It did take a lot of damage as well, but they were running as well. Okay, but let's keep talking about the passive, okay? The passive, it's a really weird passive for a mage to actually have to like do these basic attacks, because she's a mage. Mage just doesn't really do basic attacks. It's just really weird that they added it in, but also I kind of get it because it's a real kind of good wave clear, okay? As you can see, it's just bouncing around there, dealing a lot of damage in a minute, so it's really good to actually go and clear waves. So I kind of get it as well, because mages can have problems clearing mini waves, and this hero doesn't really have that because of this ability and the passive, because all the area effects and stuff like that, so it's really good. When it comes to team fight, you really want to be in there, be dealing damage to them, stuff like that. But one thing which is a problem for this mage, which I have seen when I've been playing her in games, is that if you get caught off guard, okay, if someone is chasing you, if someone has some kind of crowd control, stuff like that, you're kind of gonna die because you can't really run. She's very slow. She doesn't really have, she can't really do anything about it. So if you have this binding, you can try to shoot at the enemies while you're running, but you will have to stand still to do that. Most likely you're gonna die, most likely you're gonna miss that, and even if you hit, it's just 1 second, and they will probably be able to catch up to you, okay? You do have this one, but the same problem goes for that. It's very short, it's a lot easier to hit, but it's very short, it doesn't slow them down for so much, so they will just keep chasing you. Most likely, if you get caught out of guard, okay, basically, I'm here, I have an assassin there coming towards me, I'm not gonna be able to do something, I'm gonna die, okay, most likely. You wanna stick with your teams, okay? That is very, very important for this hero, okay? But for me, it doesn't really fit me, okay? I like to be able to roam around myself with any hero, okay?